Yo, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear us? Makai, you want to talk? Can you talk? Well, let me actually fix it on your end. I can't hear any audio. Properties. Say something again, dude. 1 second. Hold on. No, no, it's. I gotta figure it on my end. Hold on. Where's this? Yeah, it's just being dumb all of a sudden, dog. Hold on. All right, say something. Hold on. Say something now. Yo. Nope, nope, nope. Give me 1 second to fix it. Guys, give us 1 second. I'm gonna try to fix this. It's just it can get annoying. I'm gonna delete that. Come on. Remove. Yeah. Okay. Desktop audio. Can you say something? Yo. Nothing. All right, hold on. I gotta figure this out. Say something now.
All right, all right,
Yeah, there you go. You're good now.
all right.
Yeah,
Nice,
you're good.
nice.
All right, cool, 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 cool. Yo, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? If you guys can see us, hear us, and all that craziness, please let me know if everything's good. There's a few of you out here. But hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Nahin. I got my boy Makai here, aka
Yo,
Bigfoot. G
how
A.
y'all doing?
Uh, guys, heads up, by the way, if you do want to jump in on our discussion, you are more than welcome to. I have let the room open for everybody. Here goes a link. Let me get a link for you guys. 1 second. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do that. Create an invite. Create an invite. Copy this bad boy out, and I'm putting it right here in here. So if you guys want to come in, talk, more than welcome to just take your turn, and let's get it. We got Big Daddy Rectum in here. What's good? What's good? What's good, buddy? All right, y'all. So let's get this thing in. If you don't have a mic or anything, if you can't communicate, or if you're having trouble, whatever, just message me somewhere, and I'll be able to figure it out for you. Okay? But yeah, guys, just finished Bleach. I finished Bleach the other day. I think I finished it last Wednesday. Uh, Very long journey. It's like the second big show that I finished start to finish. I feel like on the channel, and it was fantastic. I can see why the fandom have felt certain ways about the show. It makes sense. Y'all did get ridiculed with so many, and I mean so many fillers. It was kind of nuts, dude. The fillers themselves, I felt like could have been their own show. You know what I mean? Like, in all honesty, the fillers could have been their own show, but we just went with it. I haven't seen any of the fillers. I know a lot of y'all wanted me to go watch the Zanpakuto arc. I never did that. I probably will go check that out myself. But overall, I had a great experience because I think the reason my experience was as good as it was because of the fact that I got to kind of just jump around and shit and just kind of like get to the end where I needed to get to. Uh, all I gotta say is great start of the show. The the middle was a little bit, a little bit. It got, it wasn't all that. But then like the ending of it, the second ending, the first ending of it was fantastic. But then the ending of it, I gotta say, was a little bit booty. That was not happening.
I told you, man. I told you, like whenever we had met up, like last year, or whatever. I was like, when you get to the end of Bleach, you'll understand
That
why we were annoyed that that was the end of Bleach
and
at the time.
and then to like have that be and having to wait like 10 years to get to this point where you get like another like conclusion to like the original story. Yeah, bro, I'd feel like that's a slap in the face. Like I don't know how I would have handled that, especially because it's such a good show. It's such a beloved show. Like the show is loved by everybody across the fandom. They just have these big specific complaints, and it's the the fillers in the ending. And if it didn't have that, it would have been probably one of the goats of all time. I mean, it is a goat. It's one of the like I feel like it's one of the greatest stories of all time because when it comes to like that genre of anime, that sci-fi weird genre, because animes like JJK, and I feel like oh my god, what's the name? Like Chainsaw Man. All these animes, I feel like take off of like what Kubo did with Bleach. It just sucks that he couldn't like finish the landing. Okay, you there? Yo, did he go away? Oh well, if he comes back, I mean he'll be back. I'm not too worried about that. But like I was trying to say, oh no, stop that. Like I was trying to say, yeah, man, it just he didn't quite like land that shit, and because of that, it just like it sucks. It just sucked. But I would say that I got lucky again because I got to just kind of get through it. But regardless of all that, of it just us not getting what we wanted. I feel like a lot of us did get what we wanted out of the show, but it not. I know Peter Andreescu. We're talking about the I guess we're talking about the show, not like the manga or whatnot. I have no idea what's going on with the manga. I have no idea at all. But as far as the show goes, that was booty. They shouldn't have done it like that. The Fullbring stuff, I will be man, like especially towards the end of the Fullbring stuff, it was just like the same shit over and over again, like trying to figure out what the fuck was wrong with Tsukishima. Is Ichigo gonna get his powers back or not? Is this, who's playing the game and who's playing the con, and like who's the bad guy, who's not the bad guy? Uh, the discovery of Ginjo being I guess betraying Ichigo. I didn't find it that surprising, but I found it. I kind of found it annoying. I'll be honest with you. Like the whole Ginjo stuff, where like all of a sudden, oh, I'm the substitute Soul Reaper. I just I thought that shit was just very, very, very. It was way too easy. It's way too fucking easy. A lot those 10 years, but I think now that we are Thousand Year Blood War, I can say it's been worth it. See, I haven't seen any of Thousand Year Blood War yet, Funky Student. I will be watching that soon, but I have not seen any of those yet, so I have no idea. In the last arc, well, in the last arc will all make sense. You good? Yeah, Bigfoot. If you're good, just chime in whenever you want, brother. And Big Daddy Rectum,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know why you are not able to use your mic. You should be able to. I don't know if you're not. I mean, I don't know if you're in here to talk or not. I don't know. Whatever. However you want to go about it. But yeah, hey, bro, you want to go ahead and give your thoughts on what you thought about it, since Bigfoot has seen this. He's seen it as it went, so he would have
Yeah.
a very different
Uh,
opinion.
it's somebody who like saw it at the time and shit, like, because I was somebody who watched it. 'Cause I remember you even mentioned this, but I watched it because I was a kid and I was watching it in the dub as it was coming out on like Toonami and shit, right? Whenever it was dropping, right?
Yeah,
So understand, I watched and rewatched the first like 160 episodes like multiple times over and over because it was like nothing else would come out at the time in the dub at the shit. So like I just rewatched it, and I was young, so I didn't realize like I could go find the sub and like keep going with the story, right?
yeah,
And everything like that. But I remember on the episode when it like does like a big ass recap and it continues forward for the Grimjow fight and shit and everything like that. I remember I noticed immediately when shit changed, when shit went different and was like it moved forward in the story,
yeah,
and like I was like, wait, is this a new episode? Is this new? Is this something new? And then it kept moving forward from there, and we got to go through the rest of the fucking arc. And I was like, oh shit! I remember going crazy, losing my mind, being like, this is so fucking insane. And then we hit a filler arc that you skipped,
yeah,
and
dude.
then I had to watch that.
Fuck that filler
And
shit, bro.
then and then and then we got back to it, and I was like, oh fuck, we back in it. It's going crazy. And then my boy showed, and there were so many highs in it of like things that I was so excited to finally see, and so fucking uh they were so fucking good and everything. And there were like a lot of lows and shit, but there was like the biggest problem I had was just that the way like it stopped at a terrible moment
Oh
because
yeah, dude, that shit was
it's
disgusting. It was like,
because
damn.
it's for multiple reasons. One, it's it had the best animation was used on the worst arc. And when I say this is the worst arc of the series, I'm not saying that for like us as like anime. I mean, in totality, everybody who's watched the anime, read the manga, Nobody fucking cares about this arc at all. Like it's stupid and nobody likes it and shit. And it got all the animation that none of the other arcs got to get. It got to the
Oh yeah,
best.
dude.
It got to the best. We got to the highest level, and then we got the most bullshit arc. And then they was like, "That's it," and we were like, "What? What are you talking about?"
I would have thrown a fit, man. I would have felt so betrayed. I could only imagine, bro, like watching that shit, and then going, wait, there is nothing after this. Are you serious? Like, come on now, like you guys are joking. And I hear you on when you say that the anime was at its freaking peak, cause boy, let me tell you right now, man, the way I really loved how the 13 core card captains were drawn, dude. They were they were so well drawn, man.
They were
Especially just like you guys did. I was like, okay, how could you guys make them look cooler? You guys did it. Petre Andrescu says some people like it, including the anime viewers. I don't like it, but some people do. I wish Markio was here.
no.
Markio.
I am sure. Like I say that, and obviously I'm generalizing, right?
Oh yeah, I
Like
get it. No, no, yeah, it's no, dude. I get you. I get you. And like, I would say, I'm gonna agree with you, bro. I would say like, there's more of a majority that dislikes it than they actually like it. Hey guys, I don't know who's all in here, but if you guys have a mic, you guys are more than welcome to chime in. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Take your
100%.
yeah, yeah, take your time. This is an open discussion. Anybody out there that wants to come in and put in their two cents or whatever, more than welcome to. Um, so yeah, I can see the betrayal on that one, bro, because like even the like the Aizen arc, that last fight, when he fucking loses his mind, that shit was so good. They could have just they could have just ended it right there. They could have been like, "We're done. This is it. This is it. We did what we were supposed to do." It could have been a one-off story. Now I get it if you guys want to like have more adventures with them and do all this other stuff, but to leave it right there was fucking bullshit. That was just unbelievable. But all the
I think
wrongs, go for it.
no. I'm sorry. I was like answering because like some people's like saying. I think the at least to me the problem I have with the full ring arc, yo, is kind of to me it's because that's where the anime ends. Like if it was just a transitional phase into another arc, it would just be an okay arc that that was cool, and then we move on to the next thing, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine. But because it's like no, that's where we stopped for a decade. A decade passed after this point because they weren't gonna do anymore. Then they brought it back and shit like that. So like in that sense, for me, that's why I personally like I have such problems with it. Like I
Okay.
understand if you do enjoy it, but like just the circumstances around it fuck it up for me.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude, I see you, bro. I get it. I can feel to that, man. Okay, I have a question. What's this guy saying? Broken Cannon. Uh, that this is only part one of the four of the arc. How much of there is Bleach, bro?
much
How much?
bleaches it?
Yeah, how much? Like, how much of manga is there? Like, this guy Broken Cannon just said this is only part one of four of the arcs. How many arcs are there in freaking Bleach?
I'm not sure. Like I know that the Thousand Year Blood Wars that's the last one.
Okay, if that's the last one.
Uh,
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
because there's the Soul Society arc. Then there's the Arankar arc.
Yeah,
Uh,
that
and
Aranka
then
arc was
Fullbring,
Fullbring was just.
and
I
and
didn't.
then
Okay, I'll
this
be
one.
real with you, bro. I thought that Fullbring shit was corny as fuck.
Here's the thing though, they
I
didn't
thought it
even
was.
use it. They
Yeah,
didn't even use it though.
he didn't even use it. It was like it just didn't. Okay, okay, gotcha. Pete. Okay, okay, Pete. Thank you for explaining that. They didn't even use it, bro. You're right. They didn't even use it. Like only thing that was I felt that was good about that Fullbring arc is the fact that like everybody looks so good. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, everybody was clean. Everybody was
Yeah.
moved. Like they gave upgrades to Chad Orihime and
Chad. Yeah, Chad.
uh
Man, my man Chad was looking like he was in it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Oh,
like
he's been
he
to.
was going
Okay, it has
like
four parts and it's coming back. Okay, gotcha.
okay, cool,
All
cool,
right,
cool.
cool, cool, cool.
There
Oh
we go.
hell
Feel you.
yeah, bro! I'm
Oh, yeah,
excited. Yeah, dude, Thousand Year Blood War. What's up? I'm ready to go on that one.
I feel
Uh,
you.
oh, what was I gonna say? So yeah, I think we can all agree that the ending of it they could have been a lot better. People would disagree with us. I said earlier one of our one of our subscribers, Markio, he told me he was like, bro, if you actually watch the Thousand Year Blood War in the context of actually Ichigo and his like, how do I say, his evolution, then you'll be able to accept that. I mean, the Fullbring arc for what it is. But if you're looking at it for like just the story of the Fullbring arc, it's gonna suck. But if you look at it in the aspect of Ichigo getting his
Oh no,
powers back, you know what I mean? Him trying to like
I
him
can
get
100% see
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
like,
And the thing about Ichigo, like, the one thing I learned about Ichigo throughout this whole entire series is just like what really drives the man and what drove the man the most this whole entire time is protecting his friends. And like, I know, man, it took me a second to catch that, man. I was like, all right, so that's really what it is, bro. That's all this man wants to do. He wants to protect his friends. And then towards the beginning of the Fullbring arc, and then the end of the Aizen arc or whatever, like you see this depressed state of Ichigo of just not. I mean, it actually happened before that too, bro. He was all laying around all depressed and shit, and he just because he couldn't protect anybody, man. Like, and that must suck if that's the thing that drives it. And you can't do it no more, man. I can shit. I've been there, fam. You just want to lay around all day do nothing, bro. So seeing Ichigo, I guess, kind of, whatever help he got, just get past that was something that I can give as a positive for that arc.
oh yeah, no, yeah. I enjoyed kind of seeing him. What I enjoyed it, if I
Yeah.
had to say, like the thing that the Fullbringer gave me was it helped me to. I like that it gave to me like Ichigo motivation,
Mm-hmm.
because my thing with Ichigo in like all the earlier arcs is, unlike like protagonists from most other series, right? Ichigo himself doesn't really have a purpose. If you think about it, he does it because he's like, he everything he does is a reaction.
Yep.
It's a reaction to somebody else doing something. It's because somebody took his friend. It's because this, that, and third. He never actively does anything himself. So he never progresses. Like, that's, even Aizen says that to him at a point. He's like, the reason you didn't come at me with a full power swing with your hollowification, hollow mask and shit, because you don't hate me. You don't hate me. You don't
Yeah.
have any emotions toward me.
Yeah.
You're just doing this because of your friends, because of your family and shit like that. But you don't have any smoke for me because you ain't focusing on that. You didn't come at me with everything you had at once.
dude, and that's like again, bro. It's like it's that juice. That boy got it. You feel me, bro? Like that shit is just like it's one of the best parts about him, man. And he can just kind of be unbiased when he goes into that battlefield. You feel me? And
Yeah,
like,
it's so like,
go. My bad.
uh, no, you good. Like, so like when the Fullbringer gives him that motivation, makes him understand what it is he wants and wants to do and shit. I
Yeah.
was like, I was like, I love this, because you're finally giving him that extra bit.
Yeah.
It's like he had the sauce, but he just needed that moment from you. He needed that little extra bit so that he could progress himself. He doesn't
Dude.
need like people to be dying around him left and right for him to finally be like, yeah, I'll try to get stronger now. Like,
It's like I said, they did. That's why I feel like he will. In my opinion, he just stands like far different from like the other characters. You know what I mean? Like Naruto and whatever. It's because of that exactly. He's just. That's why I feel like he's an MC. Like, oh, he's a main character, especially anime that like a lot of people like. We just respect him. You know what I mean?
mm,
Like I really just respect the man more than anything. Yeah, and yeah, that's so. Yeah, not every anime needs to be like Naruto. Not every anime needs to be like
no, yeah, no,
like
hundred
One
percent,
Piece at all whatsoever.
no,
But hold on.
no. I like the. It's just I wanted him to gain like that motivation and shit, because at a point it becomes like necessary for a character to have, like, you have to want something yourself,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
regardless of what it is, like, to in order to ascend to like the next level of whatever that is. Like, it's the only real way to go. So like it's fine to like not, and to just be reactionary and shit. But at a point, once you understand what you want,
Yeah.
then it's like you go for it. And that's what he did. He was like, no, I know what I want to do. And like, so I'm gonna keep going and make moves to make that happen.
Motherfucker killed that shit, boy. That's all I gotta say. He killed that shit. That shit was ridiculous. Good stuff. Yeah, I'm really really excited for Thousand Year Blood War, Peach Ray. But
Mm.
anything else you want to say about like the series in general, like how you felt from like the beginning to the end of anything?
Uh, no, yeah, I enjoy the series. I love the themes and how the characters represent certain themes and aspects and shit. Uh, I like the separation of like I like how all the 13 choreographed squads are like they represent a difference in going about like certain things. Like they all
Stealth,
represent
stealth, and like just all the different like whatever
stealth, honor, fucking uh battle, despair, fucking like they all
defense.
represent a defense. They all represent different aspects of like what they believe to be the proper way to do things and shit like that. And I enjoy that as like a concept and like I have my like problems and shit, but overall like I love this fucking series and I love so much of what it does and shit
I couldn't
because
I couldn't agree more, man. Um, Anybody want to chime in and put their thoughts about that? Because we're gonna go on and talk about like our favorite episodes here in a little bit. Uh, but for me, this was a truly an amazing adventure from like the beginning to the end. When I like got into it and I was like, yo, like there's like afterlife ghosts and hollows and like when they were like really getting into the nitty gritty of like what happens when the soul dies and what gets left behind. We're dealing with ghosts. Even that freaking movie, the memories of that shit was fire. I was like, yo, this is different. Like it's like it almost in a weird way like felt like the Matrix to me. I don't know if I want to. Is that a good analogy to use? Because like in the Matrix, like you go into the Matrix, but your body or whatever is somewhere else. You have to like jack in and call in or whatever. You know what I mean? It felt like that in
yeah
a weird way with this show. Because like he didn't have to jack in or anything like that, but like it's like when he left his body was just there, and he would just go about and about in the soul.
yeah
You know what I mean?
I
And
see what you
like
mean. I see what
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
mean.
that's why I was using that analogy. And then I mean, obviously we had Cone that gave him that took over his body for him and whatnot, which that was pretty neat. But I think the story when it first came out, it just went to this very spooky, like it's not really sci-fi, like it's not even horror anymore. It's just spooky. It's something normal because we're dealing with ghosts and like dead spirits and whatnot. Like that second episode was about Orihime's dead brother. I was like, man, this shit getting
Yep.
creepy, this shit, whatever. And then this
Yeah.
motherfucker like takes a goddamn turn I never thought I was gonna get into, and we get into like the Soul Society. You know what I mean? We get into the Soul Reapers. I was like, oh shit. So there's like a whole and like here I'm trying to figure out how their heaven and hell works or how like their whole every just all that, and it goes confusing at first, but then you kind of figured it out that like that's where it's like all the souls just go there, and like if you die in Soul Society, you die in Soul Society, and there's like a king or whatever the fuck it is, like all that was really interesting, and it didn't, and I didn't expect I was going to get that when I first got in the story about like freaking hollows and shit. And then after this fucking Soul Society arc, bro, we go to fucking Waco Mundo, motherfucker.
Mhm.
That shit was. Then we get into this whole thing with hollows and visors, and I'm like, okay, good stuff, Kubo. You're doing it, man. You're keeping me fucking in it. You know what I mean? Obviously, Aizen was great. I don't think we need to talk about Fullbring anymore. But overall, just like this man said, it was a
Yeah.
goddamn adventure from beginning to end. They explored a lot of different. I feel like how do I say this? Different storylines that most I feel like animes back in the day didn't really want to like mess with, and this one did it.
Mm.
And it again paved the way for a lot of other animes. I will also say that I think it's weird sometimes to think like anime, like cartoons are like, you know, oh you good, bro? Thanks for coming through, Daniels. I think it's weird sometimes for us to be like, oh look at that cartoon, man, she looking fire. But like, bro, every fucking female in that damn show, like he drew them so fire, dude. Like from Rangiku to
Mm.
Orihime to Rukia, they all like did, and so all of them, bro, all of them. They did. Yoruichi, shit blew my mind, bro. I didn't think that was a possibility, but it happened. So,
He was blessed for the cosplay. He
yeah,
was
the
blessed for the
the
cosplay.
cosplay was blessing. That shit was great. So, bravo, Bleach. You're still badass. You know what I mean? I still recommend all my friends to watch the show. I think some of the reasons why a lot of like channels are don't jump on this show is because of all the flack that it's gotten. And
Mm.
that's one of the reasons why like when I was at the former channel we didn't jump on it because like of all the hoopla and what people said about it. I mean it drove me away. So I wish more people would stop with all the nagging about it. You know, it's there's a reason behind it, but what it does is, man, it just takes away from people that would actually enjoy the show. I feel like because guys like me
Yeah.
wouldn't jump into it if it wasn't just one random day of going about it. You know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say with that. Now we're gonna talk about some of our favorite episodes. I got a good amount of them. Well, I'm gonna stick with like five of them. All right.
All
Uh,
right. Gotcha.
okay, I'm gonna share something, y'all. We're gonna watch this scene, bro. We're gonna watch it because this is my favorite, one of my favorite scenes, bro. Wait, no, right here. Hold on. Whoop. What are you doing? Stop! Don't do that. I love this scene. Oh, hold on. I love this shit, bro. It's in the Japanese though,
This
which
scene here.
which I was told to watch it in. It was like, yo, check out the Japanese now. I'm like, damn it, dude. It is so sick. Yo, yeah, and the sub actors, you know, they be doing it. That Zabi Maru. I will say though, man, I really do. That one thing I found I really love is just how many different weapons that everybody
Oh
had.
no.
All their like
Bro,
everybody had like
it-
that's it was everybody was it was customized to themselves. I loved it.
yeah. I legitimately just know so many of these fucking release names and shit like that. Like I can say too many of them.
Oof. Dude, every fucking time, dude. Every time that shit. Every time, dude. It's just
Stop the theme
unbelievable.
music.
Stops it, bro. I remember watching that shit. I was like, "What? What just happened? He just stumbled with the sword, dude. That shit blew my goddamn mind." So that's episode 61. It's the episode where like you basically figure out that Aizen's still alive. And by the way, hey, thank you guys for not spoiling that for me, man. Y'all did a great job of that shit. Seriously, I'm not even bullshitting. Thank you so much because I did not. That was fantastic. Uh, but yeah, bro, what were your thoughts, man, when you saw Aizen come back alive, man? We were just like, oh, okay, and
I
then
remember because we had talked about this. Like I was sussing him like from jump because like a shit he was doing. I didn't expect him to be like, nah, I've been fucking doing all this. I was like, so when he came back alive, he was just like, so I murdered the government, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
yeah, dude, I murdered. He murdered the whole entire. Like, he murdered everybody. I was like, what? What do you mean you murdered everybody? I murdered everybody. I was like, oh wow.
I was like, okay, okay, and then
Sheesh.
Ichigo and them, I was like, when they was fighting him, I was like, there's no way they can do anything. But I didn't expect him to stop the theme. Like when he stopped the theme music, I remember even young me was just like,
It was just.
what just happened?
It just happened. I mean, you were just sitting there, just like mouth open, like, all right, bro, this is some peak anime right here. This is fantastic.
I was like, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
and to be honest, dude, I think that was like for me because those were like that was like one of the beginning episodes, and when I saw that, I feel like that's where like I was having a hard time trying to figure out why so many people disliked the show. Like it was so hard for me to be like, I don't get this. It's getting really good. You know, like why would this? You know, how can this get any worse? But you know, they said hold my beer, so it is what it is. Uh, yeah, you got an episode that you want to talk about?
Uh, sure. Like in one of the episodes I really love was what episode was it? It's two I think, oh yeah, 283. 283,
283. 283.
which that is the episode in which Stark is fighting against Shunsui. Uh
Oh my god, dude, we didn't even fucking get into those guys, dude. Hey, bro, they motherfuckers was sick. The Espada?
yeah. I enjoy that fight for like a lot of different reasons, for multiple ones of like I love like that Stark is like he was the pistol guy in the sword universe and shit like that.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Two, I love wolves, so as soon as I was like he's a wolf dude, I was like I fuck with you like so much. Three, he was named Stark, which I'm not. Which as I got older and
yeah.
got into Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, I was like this can't be coincidental.
Oh no, dude, I said the same thing. I think I said that during the reaction too. I was like, oh shit, it's a Stark, and he got wolves. Fuck
I was like,
yeah, man got
and
wolves, bro, and he's a
uh,
Stark. Hey man,
and
pour one out for Stark, bro. Fuck, it. Pour one out for the homie, man, for real.
it was a sad thing, but I loved it also for like just Shunsui in the fight because I loved it because I could see his how much he was like because he's the most chill cap, like he's the captain that's like I don't want to do this, like I don't like fighting. If we can, I'd love to resolve this peacefully. I'd love to do this peacefully. I don't want to have to do this, but I'm not gonna sit here and fucking do bullshit honor things and everything and let millions die
No,
for the rest of everything. Like, and it's not his fault. It's either because like he even explains it in the thing. Like, I love how he like explains like his zanpakutos and shit. And he's like, listen, mine aren't regular. Like they because it's one of the ones of every zanpakuto is their own fucking soul and shit like that. They're their own living entity and shit.
entity basically, fam. It's
Like, yeah,
nuts.
they have their own will and they have their own way of doing shit. And he's like, mine are fucked. Mine are really fucked. And they like to play games. And you have to follow the rules of their game, otherwise you die. Like that's how it works. And so you have to follow the rules or else.
And
And it's like
it's just like that, dude. And it sucks because I don't think they even want fam didn't even want to fight, dude.
he didn't like that's why he was like I don't want to fight you because we're too similar. Like
Like
I
there's
know
just
you also don't want to do
like
this.
there's
Like
no point to this. And then yeah, dude, it's just like that was. It is what it is, right? It's just like that's just like it's how the whole thing had to go down, bro. I was like,
like
that was
it proves you go ahead, my bad.
no, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. I'm trying to,
I was like to me it really showed why like Shunsui was like one of like he we learned in like the earlier like in the Soul Society arc, right? That
yeah,
from that he and Jushiro were Yamamoto's like direct like star pupils and shit like that.
because they were.
And
I remember when those two were trying to stop Yamamoto, bro. They were
like,
like,
they were telling him like they were like we're his star pupils and we're the ones who can go against him, so we have to go and try to stop him. But he's also a menace, so I don't know how we're gonna do that. And it shows that they were like his pupils and shit, right? Because it's like the way they move in a fight is like we're amazing. We just don't want to fight. Like we don't like violence, but we're great at it. If we have to kill a motherfucker, we can.
we will do what we gotta do. Damn, boy. Hey, that's a good episode, man. Dude, that's damn. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, I was. The show is so good. You tend to forget about some of like these other characters that were just fantastic, like the Espada, man. What's that other?
No, yeah.
What's that girl's name again? The blonde with the Harlot. What's the name again?
Holly Bell.
Holly Bell. Holly Bell. Boy,
Holly Bell's great.
jeez, they drew her fantastic. That's the best way I can. They drew her like they. Wow, great job, great
Yeah,
job.
like,
But yeah, you're right. Like Lily Net, Holly Bell, every one of those them Espadas, they were out of this world, dude. Actually, going on to my next episode, I was gonna talk about. It's probably the fucking fight between Grimjow uh and Ichigo. I think it's
yeah.
episode. Hold on.
It's episode 160.
I think it's 166. It's like
Yeah,
it's actually
I watched it.
that whole entire fucking scenario, bro. Like, first of all, we got like a really good look into how Grimjow became Grimjow, and dude, that story, it gets you a little bit, man. It's like you figure out that these people these Espada are just not just these pawns for Aizen. It's like there's more to it, fam. Like
Like,
they went through some shit. They had a past, and I mean obviously from his story we see the other Espada story, but his, man, where he was like just this lone fucking what is it? It's considered a hollow right there, right? He was in a hollow
yeah,
originally.
he was like a panther like hollow.
Hollow, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Out there, just trying to survive, dude, doing his best. That shit was sick, And then eventually he became fucking Grimjow. Grimjow probably still is my favorite Espada, I think.
no, Grimjow is 100. He's my favorite, and I love like because as they explain, like the each espada represents like a aspect of death, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, and his destruction. It's just pure destruction and chaos and shit. And I
Shit's
love
ridiculous.
I love that because it shows because it's like he's he comes and he attacks, but he's like respectful, like because destruction doesn't it doesn't like care as a concept about like different things and shit like that. It's like I want to assault this. Destruction is like I'm just going after one thing, and I want to take it down to the fullest. But I want to take it down from the greatest proportion. Then
Oh
that's
no,
how
I
he
get,
is.
I
He's
get
like
it.
he gets Orihime, he heals Ichigo. He's like I want to fight him at his strongest. I want to kill him at his best.
It's
Like
this shit is
uh,
tight,
this-
dude. Um,
yeah,
I was gonna say, oh, hey, Axel, you're more than welcome to join.
yeah.
Join us, by the way. By the way, anybody that's sitting here typing with us right now, you're more than welcome to join the voice chat on my Discord.
Yeah.
It's free reign. Come in. You can say whatever you want to say. If you want to come and say poop, you can come in and say poop for the hell of it. I don't care. Just whatever. Uh, but as far as the Thousand Year Blood War, when am I going to start? Actually, me and Bigfoot were talking. He hasn't seen it yet either. He's been kind of like waiting too. Honestly, hopefully, maybe we can do something next week, bro. Like, I mean, I'm ready to go. I just
Yeah.
right now I finished the show up, and I'm probably gonna jump into try. I'm gonna try to catch up with Boruto, and then get on Thousand Year, man. And I'm like, obviously, just trying to finish my way through One Piece right now, which has been wow lately.
Yeah.
Uh,
You're in a time.
yeah, dude. I'm in the Water 7. That shit is sick, dude. Petre Andriscu asks, "Do you think Aizen wanted to lose after all the Hyogyokyo granted his wish?" Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know, man.
uh,
I
no,
really
you go ahead. You go first.
okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't think he wanted to lose, man. That man had an ego up. Like his ego was ridiculous, man. Just the way he went, and just the way I feel like he's like a low key narcissist too. Just the way how controlling he is, and just the way he even like presented himself to like all his like subordinates or whatnot. There's no way in hell that man wanted to fail or lose, bro. People like that, they don't. They want to take that shit to the moon. That's just me with my opinion, my experience, and whatever, and knowing him. But what about you guys?
Uh, no, yeah, I agree. I think when he like when he sees like Kisuke again after he like loses and the Yoku like starts to like reject him and shit.
Yeah.
Like he's yelling at Kisuke. He's like, "Why? Why the fuck are you doing this? Like, why do you knew before I knew about the bullshit? You understood the like society. You understood about the king. You understood about all this shit. You knew what was happening. You did all of this, that, and the third. Why the fuck do you refuse to fucking like finish to just do what I'm doing? Why did you not
Uh,
take this extra step and finish it all and things like that?" And Kisuke just looks at him and he's like, I because I didn't want to destroy everything I love. Like, like he doesn't like say it, but like that's what it is.
yeah,
Is
no.
like he's like I had people I cared about, and I didn't want to destroy everything I love. Like you could tell how like frustrated Aizen is with him because he's like lost in this scenario, and he's like he understands that like because I'm always of the mind, me personally, that like Aizen is 100% one of the like top like intelligent like crazy strategist characters, right?
Ridiculously smart,
But
bro.
I'm also of the mind that 100% he's second to Kisuke. He's
Oh
second to
yeah.
Kisuke, and he knows that. And he's like I don't know why you because he's like I know you're at my level. You got everything I got. I don't get why you're also not doing it. You didn't do what I did. Like and shit like that. Like so I don't feel like he chose to lose or anything. I think he just it fell out of his plan. Like he overestimated like the capabilities. Even like he didn't understand fully how the Hogyoku worked at the time and shit like that. And that's what Kisuke was like banking on is that he banking on like Aizen's assumptions on like how this would work and shit like that for them to like get the win.
He got fucked at the end, dude. That shit was hilarious. Oh, Big Petre is asking you if you've watched or read the. No, he hasn't watched it, but he's not. Have you read the Thousand Year Blood War?
No, I haven't read it. I haven't watched it. I'm yeah pretty behind at this point. Uh,
Oh, well, sorry for cutting in, but hey, it's LOL Susanna. Thank you, LL. It's Zana. Thank you, dude. I know you've like watched literally all my videos. I see your comments all the time. I really appreciate you. Thank you for watching, man. For real, it means a lot back here. Seriously, it got kept me motivated. I should, by the way, have all the rest of the episodes up on Patreon. I'm hoping by Wednesday. I got like two more to upload still, so we got more coming today. So, but yeah, sorry for jumping in there. But yeah, anybody else want to say anything?
Yeah, hello,
Yeah.
Axel here. So I love just the Espada's aesthetic and everything. Like, they're just a really cool group. Like,
Mhm.
even the ones who didn't get a lot of exposure or screen time, they still just have this interesting aspect of them because, like, this whole time we're shown hollows as like these almost disembodied, soulless creatures that just kill. But then we see that that's not really the case. They actually have like dreams and motivations just like everybody else. And it's
Mhm.
really interesting because it's like, I don't know, it just makes you wonder like what would be their end goal because at the end of the day they're still hollows, but they can think and like make choices outside of what a normal hollow would make. Like we've seen them spare people, we've seen them like not cause extreme damage when they could have, and it's just like it leads you to wonder like what else were they capable of if Aizen hadn't just used them for his own gains, you know?
No, that's why going back to what we were saying about Aizen, if he wanted to lose, no man, there's no way in hell that man wanted to lose, bro. When you are able to use and people like that control him like that, bro, you ain't had losing is not in your vocabulary. I
Yeah,
should
and also the dude Barragan,
yeah,
Louisenbarn or whatever his
the
full
King
name was, like,
Bargain,
yeah, he's ridiculous. His power is like so overpowered.
yeah.
They're so lucky that he's not that fast of a character because if he was fast enough, everybody would be dead.
Yo, King Bargon was a character, man. He was really
Huh?
he was a king of Waco Mundo, bro. That's just crazy. And Aizen came in there and was like, "Nope, now you're my bitch." Just like that. That was nuts. That was crazy. Uh,
Yeah.
all right. I'm gonna go on to my next favorito episode.
Yeah.
Continuing. Hold on. Let me get it up. Pull it up. I actually have this out. 1 second. Princess, how are you, mama? Okay, you need to relax a little, girly. You need to relax. Uh. Oh. All right. I gotta put it down there, bro. It's the goodbye Rangiko episode with Geen and
Mm.
that shit, my god, dude. What
The,
the
the
fuck?
longest con.
What a con. Dude, I sat there and I was sitting there, I was going, what? What? Gin? Like, dude, it was just
Father.
so hard. Yes, it's Bleach is Itachi. You know, okay, for the longest time, I was comparing Byakuya to Itachi. And it's because to be honest, I feel like it's like the way they speak and the way they talk to like just their tone and their
Yeah,
voice,
no,
you know.
the intonation and shit. I get what
Yeah,
you
you know,
mean. Yeah.
I feel like like, and plus, was yeah, he's similar to yeah, he is. Yeah, I don't know who's more similar or whatever, but like, dude, I compared Byakuya to Itachi because like for the longest time I thought Byakuya was like the bad guy through that first half of like
Hmm.
the whatever arc, and then later on you find out, oh no, dude, he was just being a good brother and ex husband or whatever the fuck it is, and I was like, oh okay, damn, so you are pretty badass, you know. And then just the way he dresses himself and like whatever, I was like, okay, yeah. But now, Gin happens, but Princess, ow, 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 mom. She's like scratching my back so bad, dude. Ow. Okay, go. You gotta go. But yeah, but when Gin came through, bro, and he just did the longest con in the world, and he like just loved the Rungiku, I was like, oh god. I had no expectation, and like the thing with Gin was, bro, he was a sniveling snake. They made him a fucking snake, and they did such a good job of just hiding every bit of what he wanted to do, and it was fantastic, bro. They made him into one
Wait,
of the best like people you
I
can hate.
I mean, yeah, but like I don't know, you guys can call Cap or whatever, but I've always like sort of had a feeling that Geen wasn't evil because there were so many times where it's like he could have killed somebody and he just didn't, and I'm like,
yeah.
who?
Like, when you
Why?
look
Like,
back on it, right? It's like when Ichigo first comes into the Soul Society.
Yeah.
Gein's there. He could have killed that motherfucker right that second. He could have taken him down instantaneously. Like it wouldn't have even been a problem. Like it would have been legal within all rights and shit. It wouldn't have fucked up any plans
Nope.
for like anybody in general and shit. Like it was cool. Like like he could have done like a bunch of shit. He just didn't. Like at like different times and shit. Like he could have killed this person, and then there's like lines and shit. Because
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, I'm not like asking shit who like peeped it and shit. Like I also was like, damn, this motherfucker cold blooded motherfucker and shit like that, and like you and but like when you look back on it, like look at like every time he says goodbye to like Rangiku, like in the Soul Society and shit, and how like sad he looks, but also like happy and shit. Like when he
Bro,
talks to her, it's not in like a way of like how Aizen talked to everybody and shit, or like Kaname talked to people and shit like that. It was like he was genuine. He was like, I'll see you after I've done my work."
Yeah,
Uh,
at first I was just like, maybe it's because they had like that romantic connection, but he's like, unfortunately, I gotta be on a different side. But I was like, no, every time he shows up, he has all these opportunities to do damage, and he just doesn't do it, or he does like minimal. And I'm like, why? So I thought maybe Gin was, I don't know, maybe Aizen told him don't kill Ichigo or something, and that was the reason why he wasn't doing anything. But after the more time went on, the more I was like, no, I think he's just got his own agenda, and I was right in the end.
dude,
Crazy.
I'll tell you right now. You know, in all honesty, what should have got us to be like, yo, he doesn't have an agenda was probably Rangiku, bro. If that was his chick, you telling me you're gonna leave those yams for fucking Aizen? What's wrong with you, boy? What's wrong with you?
yeah, like he had to leave it because shit, he hurt.
Yeah,
When he was a
bro.
kid, he hurt her, and he was like, "All right, so I gotta kill you."
Ugh.
So I've decided what my life's plan is gonna be.
Mistakes, bro. Mistakes. But again, Geen was just he was fantastic. He's probably
It was
one of
good.
the he was a damn well written character in this show, and it yeah that ending was just perfectly done. I almost like it was hard for me to like not like get a little bit teary eyed when you know he was just saying his goodbyes and shit. I was like, oh boy, you did all this, bro. Sacrificed yourself. I get it. You know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, and it was really nice how he said like Ichigo didn't have the look, and then when he showed up again, he's like, "You got it now."
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, that shit was so sick. Ah, Ichigoat. It's not Ichigo, it's Ichigoat. So,
That's true.
hey, so you guys have any episodes that you want to talk? I got two more left in my that I want to talk about, and then
More.
any of them.
I've watched like the Ichigo and Byakuya fight so much. I really liked it.
Yeah, dude, that shit is sick. I think what episode is
It's,
that one? What up, Roderick? How you been, bro?
I think that's what fifth.
Like
No,
40
that's
something or 50.
no,
Yeah,
that's
you're 50 something.
57, 58.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think it's titled "Conclusion of Deathmatch: White Pride versus Black Desire."
Yeah, it
I
always
just
reminded me of like
I just read
Rock Lee
that.
and Gara kind of, but it's like the Bleach version because it has swords.
Yeah, dude, shit is sick. It was episode I think 59, right?
No, yeah, 58 was the start of the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
59 is
That's
the
what I'm
end,
thinking.
and especially that's when he first gets in touch with his hollow self. He just like he's just like, oh, here we go, hollow me, let's do it. You know that shit was that was
Yeah,
sick,
and
dude.
then my other thing is like skipping way to like the end. Kenpachi with the one time dude, whatever his power was. That was like one of my favorite moments.
Oh, at the end of it,
Yeah, when the guy was like ranting and then Kenpachi just like
oh
makes
yeah, he
short work
turns
of
into the Hulk. The man turned into the Hulk for a split second, and then Kenpachi just fucking cuts him down. I'm like,
It
oh,
was it was just so unfortunate
that he
dude.
that
got put up against him.
you thought you were gonna run this man's pockets like he wasn't who
Yeah,
he is. Like,
bro.
because mine I was gonna say was like episode I think it's like 30, 38,
Yeah,
37, which is when Ichigo runs into Kenpachi for the first time.
yeah,
Uh, because I love that sequence when because I think the episode I'm thinking of is like after they start fighting and Ichigo's like cutting him and shit, and Kenpachi's just like, yeah, let's fight. Ichigo's like, why do we have to fucking fight to the? He's like, because why wouldn't we fight to the death? I don't understand what you're saying. And Ichigo's like, that's stupid. Like, why would we? You want to get past me and you want to save somebody's life, correct? Ichigo's like, Yeah, then why are you not fighting to kill me? I don't understand your logic here. Uh, we're fighting because we fight. We're gonna end up killing somebody. That's just a fact of it. You acting like it's not gonna happen just means you're gonna end up dead, and I'm not. That's it. I don't really get what the fuck you want me to do here. And shit. And it was just like I loved it because he was like he came in with this cold ass like fucking true philosophy that was like, I mean, he's not. It makes you be all like he's not wrong because yeah, you broke into a different society, you broke into a different country to take back a prisoner of war, and you don't think you're gonna have to kill somebody?
Yeah, bro. For real. What up, Jessica? How's it going?
And then he's just doing all this monster shit of like, what is it? Ichigo cuts him one time, but he's just like, "Are you happy
Are you
because
done?
you cut me?
You
Is
think you
that?
did something?
Are you excited?"
Dude, he was probably Kenpachi is probably one of my. I think. Nah, especially him and Pyakuya, dude. That's like my favorite. When it comes to the Soul Reapers,
Mhm.
but it's just Kenpachi just has a fucking like a die-hard aura to him. You know what I mean? It's like 100% of the time, no sleep.
Yeah, he's like, you hear like, what was it after fucking everything happened to the Soul Society? Aizen dipped out and shit. Fucking Ichigo is getting better in the fucking barracks of Squad 11 and shit. Him and Ikaku are about to have a sparring session and whatnot.
Yeah.
Ippachi's like, Ichigo, how you looking? How you feeling? He's like, I'm good. I'm better. He's like, good.
I need to fight you again.
Let's get that run back again. And Ichigo was like, nope, never,
Dude,
never again.
that
Nope,
shit-
I will never.
That when that was happening, the back and forth between Kenpachi and Ichigo, it reminded me of fucking Itadori and fucking and Todo from like
Yeah.
from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen?
It's
Yeah.
just like Todo just will never leave Yuji alone, man. He's just like, yo, you gotta fucking fight me, bro. We're brothers. You gotta fight me, dude. And that's like what it reminded me of those two. Just him just wanting that
Ichigo
fight.
said, I will never in 1,000 years ever go against you again for any reason.
He's
Well,
like,
maybe
"No,
I
after
did
the
that one
1,000-year
time.
war, then.
huh?
I said maybe after the 1,000-year war, then.
Maybe, bro."
Hey, shit, like you're right. Like it's after 1,000 years. Fuck it. He's like, I'll give you the smoke now, but I don't want.
I don't
Especially
want
when
it.
you think about like, because Kapachi's such a fucking as a character, like in the universe, they even admit it themselves. They're like, he's a fucking,
Menace.
he's an irregularity. He's a variable. We don't know what the fuck this man is because
He don't even use his Bankai.
he's not even using not his Bankai. The motherfucker can't even use the Shika. This is just him raw. Is just amazing for some reason. And we're all just like, we don't know why, but he's the only captain that's ever done this in the history of our entire fucking thing.
Like he's that good. He's not normal.
Which is why it's fucking terrifying the idea that this man will ever like have a Shikai. Like
Yeah.
because it's like you imagine what happens if he releases his sword.
Shit! Fucking
They're just lucky he's not a villain.
dude, my cat is such a bitch, bro. She's just lately just been dude, she got me good. Fuck, that hurt. It's fine.
All right, man.
I'm sorry about that if that hurt anybody's ears. A little blood doesn't hurt, but like Jesus. What up, Charles? How's it going? Hey, man, thank you for coming through, fam. Yeah, I do these every now and then. You know what I mean? Whenever I finish up a show, I feel like it's proper to kind of give it a good send off and talk about what I experienced and all that craziness. But yeah, oh yeah, and last but not least, one last thing about Kenpachi, bro. Hey, bro, that voice actor, GOAT. He's the GOAT. I like that voice actor better as him than Jiraiya, to be honest. Is that weird? That's just how I feel
Oh,
about it.
Patrick,
I get-
I enjoy him too. I enjoy him too.
You know what I mean? It's just hard, but I like really like. I probably like. I like Kenpachi, him as Kenpachi more than I like Jiraiya. But
I think
but
I like both. I think the difference is kind of the second one. He sounds
he's funny.
more. I think he's like funnier and more. I think more accurate to like how brutish like Kenpachi's voice would sound like in that sense. Whereas like the other voice was a bit more savage but philosophical.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I agree to that. I actually really agree to that. Don't forget how
And
he
one,
used two hands instead of one to fuck up Yami.
Yeah, two hands. That was the big reveal. That was the big reveal.
He's like,
Not that he was going to use
he's
his
like,
Shikai. Not that he learned things. He said, I was going to use two hands.
he's like, I haven't done this in a
I
while,
love
bruh. I'm gonna
I
use.
love that he literally hasn't had to use it in so long that he forgot he could even do it, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll just one shot you with this."
That's what I'm
It was
saying,
like,
bro. It was constant comedy with that character, bro. There was like whenever he would get on the screen, I would try not to hold back my laughter, bro. It was unbelievable, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Ichigo was just looking at him, being like, I feel like he was just in the back looking at that fight, being like,
What the fuck, dude? Are you gonna be
I,
okay?
I
Yeah,
will
well-
never fight you.
One of my favorite parts of his is definitely when he beat Kaname inside of his own Bankai. I was
Oh, yeah, that
okay,
was
you're
sick.
honestly
Yeah, he was
just
like-
standing out.
He's just like,
There's no coming back from that. You're forever disgraced.
Like,
you gotta
Kaname is
keep your
like,
own domain.
Yeah.
Kaname's like, you can't see, you can't do anything, you have no senses and shit. Hibachi's like, all right. Oh wait, I can feel you if you cut me.
That shit
All right,
was
I can see you now.
nuts.
Bet I can get you. Bet I can.
Nuts.
Then he caught him and then was like, bet I can get you next time. Bet I can get you next time.
It's like again, bro. Like I said earlier, man. It's just fucking comedic, dude. It's just so funny. Off topic. I wonder. Oh, how One Piece. Hey, Masayo Matute, Masayo, right, bro? I know you haven't probably seen any on Patreon, but like it's the only reason you haven't seen any on Patreon as of late is because right now I'm trying to finish out Bleach. After these next 2 episodes of Bleach, I am like on the One Piece grind. I'm already like 4 or 5 episodes ahead. It's just right now Shinte is editing it, and I just told Shinte, hey, bro, just finish Bleach out. Let's just get that done, and then let's work on One Piece. So One Piece is coming through, man, and I'm gonna be full stop on that shit. I promise you. I'm gonna have to get a bunch of episodes out to make up for it. All right. The next episode I want to talk about, guys, is
Yep.
actually this was a hard one between my first and my second as my favorite, and that would be the episode. Hold on, it's I think it's 271. It's when like Orihime and like it's like Ichigo dies. Ichigo's dead. And
Yep.
Orihime like completely like I guess starts crying, and like this is when like okay, I know some people don't like it when like some people pair people with people and like oh that's his girl, especially with this show because like Ichigo in all honesty I don't know what Ichigo wants. It's like he can get all these girls, but like if there was any girl that in my opinion that should be his girl, it's got to be Orihime, man. Orihime and him, first of all, they just bay together. It's just beautiful, and like what solidified that to me was what happened in that episode. I'm taking this from my editor Chinte because Chinte tells me about it all the time. He's like, bro, that episode reminded me of Pain, Hinata, and Naruto. When Hinata got hit by Pain, that man Naruto lost his fucking shit. And like that's when we see him like go into a level we've never seen before. Same thing happened with Ichigo, bro. As soon as we see Bay get hit, you know, and we worried, he loses his fucking mind. And like in my opinion, some of the best animation, like just hand, I don't know if that was hand or whatever. It was fantastic. I have never seen some shit like that. His mask, his whole attire, that battle between him and Ukiura was. It's hard for me to be like what do I like more, the battle between him and Aizen or the him and Ukiura? Because the him and Aizen, it was like 1, 2, 3 done. The one with Ukiura, man, he had a couple transformations, bro. He lost his damn mind and shit. His shit was ridiculous.
And he literally came back from death just
Yes.
to avenge her.
Yes. And thank you, Petre. Of course, man. That's his chick, bro. Like, dude, I sat there and I was watching that shit. I was like, bro, if anything proves that this man actually loves someone, this is it. Like, this is the scene. This is the scene where he's proving his love to that girl and he wants to save her, dude. And I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
It's whatever. And 1,000 Year Blood War, guys. As soon as I can, man. I promise. I'm getting on it. I'm getting on it. I'm done, Charles. I just finished it. We're about to start the 1,000 Year Blood War here. But that was my favorite, man. I love that shit. For me, I love the romance stuff, man. You know what I mean? I like that shit, bro. You know
No, I do.
you know what I mean? And like I said, it's always good. And the show was always confusing to me because I mean, eventually, what I figured out they were just all just friends. You know what I mean? Like I was like,
Yeah.
him and Rukia, like he's hiding Rukia in the closet. Like, boy, if I had a girl like that in my closet, shit, I might go to jail, man. Like, you know, like just all this stuff, and yeah, the show was confusing in that aspect, but I think you just kind of realize they're all friends. And I think I've always come to figure out I think Renji and Rooks have something together. By the way, too. I love Rukia though, man. I didn't ever really
No,
work.
I get it.
I've never really shipped Rukia and Ichigo. I never really did that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I've always said I'd be fine with either one, whoever Ichigo ended up with, because he had good relationships with both of them. I didn't see a reason to fight over it.
yeah. I don't see a reason to fight over it. I just feel like there's one that's better than the other.
No,
Yeah, I
you have a
mean,
preference, I guess.
Yeah, hey, you know what I mean? That's it. That's it. That's it. If y'all got another episode, let me know. And if not, then I got my one last episode, which
Uh, I mean, there's a lot of good episodes. Like,
yeah, there's so many.
uh,
definitely Jeremiah. I agree with you on that
I love
100%.
the episode. I'm trying to remember what episode it is. I think it's like 195. I think is the episode when the 196 maybe is when Byakuya fights Espada number 7.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, no, he fight
'cause-
Zamari or whatever.
Mario
yeah,
Maru.
it's
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about
bro,
it.
that shit is. I actually have a
'Cause
short.
I
Yeah, go
you
go
go
go.
ahead. Okay,
No, go.
I love that fight because it reinforces the shit that was established at the end of the Soul Society arc about like Byakuya and how he feels about Rukia, and then reestablishes like Byakuya is like a savage. He's like, listen, you understand me. Like at the end of the fight, where he's like, "You just arbitrarily kill me because the Soul Society says da 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 da." He's like, "I ain't arbitrarily killing you for nothing, motherfucker. You put your sword next to my pride. That's it. That's it, motherfucker. You raised your sword to my pride. I'm going to kill you. That's all I got for you."
He's like, that's all that. Yeah, bro. I think one of my favorite highlights of that fight is like that's when you know this man is not normal, bro. Is when he fucking cuts his leg.
That's the tendons in his
He
fucking
cuts the
leg. Can't
tendons in
use
his
leg no
leg.
more.
He's like, nope, I'm good. I don't need that right now. I'm still good. What kind of a man, bro, cuts the tendons to his leg, man, to get it? You know what I mean?
Then he don't get healed after that. He waits until Ruki is fully good. He's like, until you fully good, then I'm gonna get healed. We good right now and shit. I'm
Oh
just gonna
yeah,
sit
yeah,
here, can't use my leg and shit. Like it's alright.
Yeah, he always reminded me of if you guys have seen Inuyasha at all. He reminds me of
So
Sesshomaru, how like
Shomaru, yeah.
neither of them shows emotion ever, even when like super intense stuff is happening. They just focus on what needs to be done, and then they
yeah.
just take you out. They don't like waste time with emotions. I
Yeah.
really like that.
Like
Yeah.
but I do enjoy that episode a lot because I love Byakuya as a character. So that was one of my like favorite episodes from him. Uh and maybe not this entire episode, but I just love this moment from Mayuri in
It,
the like next episode when he's fighting like the eighth spot. Just because I love that moment
Yeah,
when he's
Zael.
when Zael is just in there, he's
he's
like,
like,
the drug should be activating soon
it's like
that
the
I put
virus,
inside of her.
it's like,
And
keep going, keep going.
no, and then he's just like, and then you're just like, wait, what drug? He's like, I put a couple drugs in her all the time, just in case somebody decides to like take her body or some shit like that and do all this shit. And he was like, the one you have is called the superhuman drug. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what the fuck? And then when he stabs him slow, and then by the end of it, the eighth of Spada, who was all arrogant, who was talking shit, who was doing all this to our boys, Renji and Uryu, right? He's begging this man to kill him because it's been so fucking long in his head. He's so fucked that he's just like, please end this for the sake of ending it. And it's like, Jesus. And then when Mayuri's speech, when he's like, his speech about perfection is so
Oh
fucking
yeah,
amazing.
dude, that shit was so sick. I mean, look at. Let me actually look it up. We can play it for a little bit. Fuck it.
I
Hold on.
love that fucking speech. Like,
That shit
the way
is.
he's just like, I
Hold
was
on.
just like,
Mayuri speech about life, dude. Okay. That's why I love these fucking discussions, man. Cause about perfection, right? Is that the speech, right?
yeah, about
About
perfection.
perfection.
Yep.
No, cause what do you call it again? That fight between Mayuri and Zalpur, bro. Mayuri just fucked him, bro. Like, the death he gave him at the end? That shit was unbelievable. He's like, no,
Like the motherfucker. You go.
you're gonna feel this for a bit now. Like you're gonna feel this, dude. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna keep going, and eventually you're gonna hate yourself. And he did
Like
it.
the plays of like when he was like, "You have an organic bankai, so I'm gonna fucking use it," and then it just blows up. And he's like, "My Zanpakuto, I put in a function that if it ever tries to turn against me, it automatically self destructs." It's like,
Like, damn, bro. There you go.
I have to tell you the honest truth as I see it. In this world, nothing perfect exists. It may be a cliche after all, but it's the way things are.
Love it.
That's precisely why ordinary men pursue the concept of perfection. It's infatuation. But ultimately, I have to ask myself, what is the true meaning of being perfect? And the answer I came up with was nothing. Not one.
He's damaged, dude.
The truth of the matter is, I despise perfection. If something is truly perfect, that's it. The bottom line becomes, there is no room for imagination. No space for intelligence, or ability, or improvement. Do you understand? To men of science like us, perfection is a dead end. A condition of
yes,
hopeless.
It kills it, dude.
Always strive to be better than anything that came before you, but not perfect. Scientists agonize over the attempt to achieve perfection. That's the kind of creatures we are. We take joy in trying to exceed our grasp, in trying to reach for something that, in the end, we have to admit may in fact be unreachable. In other words, you may think that we operate on the same level, but you're wrong. The moment you started talking about perfection, you embraced an impossible concept.
He's just shit.
That is,
this man.
you are indeed a scientist at all.
Oh, dude.
It was so like he. I heard it. I was like,
Dude,
"What
what
the
the
fuck?"
fuck? Because you're just like, oh, wow, I didn't expect to hear this from you. And he just laid it down. That shit was incredible. Yeah, OP
Like the
as
whole
fuck.
thing, like even the fucking in the music too, with how like it's silent for that first bar of
Oh,
like
dude,
all the beginning, and then the music comes in. He's like nothing. The
nothing.
music comes in, and it's like there's it's just the realest shit. It's like we're so perfection is stupid.
It
It's a
is, dude.
dumb thing to fucking try to get to, and I don't understand what when you
Yeah,
go to perfection. There's no reason for it.
nah.
There's
Yeah, it's
nothing
almost,
there.
it's almost like
It
he's disappointed.
Yeah, he was. He was like you presented yourself as a scientist, as a fellow person who wanted to do what I do to study and change life. But then you started talking about things that couldn't be,
Yeah.
things that we should never speak of. Like he said, is fucking reach to be greater than the people that came before you, but never perfect. And it's like I was like, oh, you're so fucked up. You're such a just terrible being in general,
Oh,
right? But god
yeah.
damn it, I can't fault you for this.
Dude, he really, yeah. Dude, Axel goes, see, this man calls Alpor as a diploma. Recall that shit. He recalled that shit back. Was like, nope, nope, you don't need this. Oh, good stuff. Hey man, that,
Yeah,
that
and
was that was a good
I
one. That
wrote
was a good one to bring up.
yeah, and I wrote this in the chat already, but like I felt like when we were listening to Mayuri, like he was just on a stage giving a TED talk, and we're just listening.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
that's what it felt like.
It was.
It
It
was
was 100%. 100%. Patience to teach
Oh
you how
my,
to
yeah,
breathe.
that was Yamamoto's best moment. I don't care what anyone says. That
Teach
was
you how
so
to breathe.
dope.
That shit was sick. Yeah,
It's like
that
I love
moment
how
was
we're
fucking
teach your child how to
crazy.
breathe or something like that. I was like,
geeking,
yo, that
like
is
straight up geeking out of this shit, bro. 24/7.
I
Okay. Uh,
especially
yo, go, go, go.
no, it's just especially with like how my like how we know Mayuri to be is like if we meet this motherfucker. He's like, yeah, I wiped out the quincies and shit. Like he's like, I did it for science. I
He's
wanted
I
to
did
do.
it
And
for,
we're like, Jesus Christ, you fucking
and then
psycho.
and he literally just like shoves it into like Ryu's face, and it's
Yeah,
like
he doesn't apologize for
no
any of the shit he
apologies, no
does. He's like,
apologies.
no, I do what I do
I have
because
to.
I want to do. I want to do better science.
It's
That's it.
ridiculous. All right, y'all. Okay, I saw some people give some other episodes up here as I'm gonna put them as like favorite mentions and whatnot. Uh, when Aizen took on all the captains. I don't know what episode that was. That was a really good one. I forget the name of that episode, but that was a really good episode. Uh, when all the Visors showed up too. I really like that. You're right, bro. Yeah, dude. When the Visors showed up and and it was like the Visors and then like the Reapers and the fucking Espada all in one fucking area about to go at it. That shit was sick. That shit was really really sick. But oh yeah,
Especially when
yeah, go.
they, no, especially when they kind of specify, like the visors specify kind of that it's not us and the Reapers together against the Espada. It's us, the Visors, you, the Reapers, and them, the Espada, against each other. We don't give a fuck about y'all. Like,
yeah, like at all. Shinji Hirako was a cool character too. He was a great
yo,
character.
I love shit. Also, Petrie, 100%. Yeah, that Yamamoto line when like old girl with like Shunsui's fucking lieutenant tries to join in and shit,
Yeah, I
and
know that
Yamamoto's
one.
like, I do not have the time to teach a child how to simply breathe.
His dick.
And I was like, Jesus fucking,
For now.
because the level
Oh
of
man.
disrespect that was so high because it was like he was like, listen, you can't even be in my literal presence. I need you to get the fuck away because I ain't got time.
That was so long ago, Zana. Episode 18 is just like it feels like it was like a year ago. I mean, it was a year ago, but like, you know what I mean. It was so long ago.
I
Jeez.
know. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
when you look back at stuff after you know everything, you see so much that you missed before. It's
I
crazy.
know, dude. Shit on rewatch is always good. Trust me, I know this. Cause I mean,
Like I love.
whenever I go back and I edit a video, like for example, I went to go I've been like editing The Last of Us. There's like, oh my god, I can't believe I missed this. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I missed
Uh,
this. There's so much you
I
miss.
be running through that shit. Like 100%. Like
Yeah.
even little shit. Because like I don't know if anybody's told you this shit. Heat. I assume somebody has, right?
But
Because it's something I learned as well. Is that um Kisuke was the original villain
oh yeah.
and shit, right?
He was the
And
one
when
that
you look back at them early episodes, you see it kind of.
that was such a good. I love that little fucking. I love that flashback. That shit was so sick, dude. So
Like,
sick. So sick. Like the flashback
like,
episode when we got the history of like the
oh yeah,
soldiers.
when you get to see him being the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, dude. That shit's so. What up, King Retro? How's it going, fam? Dude, I love that gore. Gore is like I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm a like. I love watching gore, and that does kind of suck that the anime was more gorier than the show. I feel like hopefully they change that for Thousand Year Blood War, bro. Since it's like newer, they should have more gore
Oh
to
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I'm with it, bro. I mean, bro, this show was not a kiss show at all. They said bitch like I don't know how many times an ass. It just didn't say fuck. I don't know if kids shows are supposed to say bitch in it, but this one definitely had the B word in it a couple of times. Just saying.
oh, no.
Yeah.
uh,
All right, and then my first
yep.
episode, the one that I really liked the most, and it's hard to choose between this one and the last one I said. But dude, when the man gets a good 10 show, and he takes out Aizen, and that whole little fucking getup
Mm.
of his, bro, like the black and everything like that. First, personally, I love the color black. Any black on anything is amazing. But like Ichigo rocks black like fantastically with the orange hair. You're just like, oh god, you're killing it, dude. That was one of my favorites. It just like that episode was like the culmination of everything that man went through. All that pain, all that suffering, losing and not being able to do it, and just and trying to save his friends, and at the end of the day, save his people. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be the defender of Karakura Town, man. And this is when he fucking lays his stance, bro. He beats that motherfucker's ass, and he reigns supreme. But also the sadness that we ensue knowing that because of this and the sacrifice he has made, he will forever lose his power with the final Gets a Good 10 show. Shit was fantastic, amazing. It made me really just go, okay. I love when like the main character does a great sacrifice like that, and just to know that was Ichigo's sacrifice to save his friends, it was amazing to me. And also, I got a little bit of a relief because eventually you get tired, man. And I was like, you know what? Maybe Ichigo needs this rest. Like, fuck it. Let that man rest for a little bit after this shit. Let that
Yeah,
kid
no,
enjoy his
serious.
damn life, man. Let him go to school, man. Let him go kiss Orihime in the butt, for the love of God. Like, something, you know? But, you know, obviously, fam had to. He just couldn't. He got more depressed that he didn't have his powers, so. But that's why I really enjoyed that episode, because it felt like the man finally got his breath of fresh air that I felt like he deserved. But yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
Uh, okay, yeah,
I,
go ahead, to your
I,
spot. I'll answer that in a second, for Funky Student.
no, yeah, I love this episode. I was like running back a little bit, just like running the episode a little bit just to see the scene because like after he hits him, I love that moment when he hits him with the Mugetsu
It gets a good
Getsuga,
tension.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah, Mugetsu Getenshu and shit, and like after that moment, like Aizen's sitting there and he's pontificating on top of his head and he's being all like, "You see my Zanpakuto? It's fading away. You know what that means? Hogyoku has determined I no longer need a Zanpakuto." And he's doing all this shit and he's getting all hyped and shit. And he's being like, "I am about to become a god," and shit like that. And then fucking all this shit starts popping out of his chest. And he's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
yeah, bro.
And then Kisuke rolls up.
Wow.
And he's like, "That's the seal." He's like, "What? For the seal?" And it's like, "Huh?"
Dude,
He's like,
hey,
"Yes,
bro,
I outplayed you, bitch."
Yo, hey, bro, Kisuke is a goddamn savage, bro. He's that dude, bro.
I'm like,
He's got savagery tendencies, bro. And yeah, I like Kisuke Urahara a lot.
Kisuke. He's my favorite character in the show, you know. But because of like the plays he makes, the way he moves and shit like that, it's like because he's thinking. Because his entire plan for this was basically him being like, in the best case, I'm believing that we can pull out the best case scenario here,
Yeah,
and I am preparing for the eventuality that we do,
yeah, dude.
and I'm putting a plan in place that will help us to succeed
It's
if
like
it
that
goes down.
shit.
And it's like to like think that far ahead and then believe in the people you're fighting with to the point where you're like, I know that they can pull this out. I know that Ichigo could push him to the limit like this. I know that he can do this, that, and the third. And it's like I was like, I love it, like because you get to see Ichigo doing this crazy shit, going crazy in that episode, and you get that amazing battle, and then you see Kisuke to come in and basically tell Ichigo, it's all right, bro. You can rest.
It's good, bro. Yeah, Kisuke Urahara, man. Hey, so there's a live action of this, right? Like they made a live action. I heard it was trash, but there's live action, right?
They did. They made a live action.
Is it trash?
I remember I didn't like it, but that was years ago when I watched it the first time. If I look back at it now, I don't know if I'd be more forgiving or if I'd still be.
I might have to peep that, bro. I've peeped I think every Japanese anime to what do you call it again? Show type deal. Except for
Yeah, no.
Attack on Titan, I haven't done that one yet. But I'm about to.
Right.
I think I'm about to go check that bad boy out. All right, y'all. One last little part to this discussion we're having. I just want to answer one last question before I left. I think Funky Student asked what's my favorite OST from Bleach. Man, it's either between Soundscape. I think Soundscape to Ardor, and then the other one is it's like no. I forget what it's called again. Something I forget. Oh my god, I have it here.
Fuck it.
Somewhere where you don't belong, or whatever that song. Somewhere I don't belong. I forget that one. Those are my two favorite. You know, and then I also love Ichigo's music. You know that little that shit is that shit's fire. That shit's sick. All right, last part of this whole discussion. By the way, thank you all that's been hanging around. It means the world back here. It really, really does. Because we're just talking about, we're just shooting the shit about a show that we all love. And
Yeah.
it's good to sit here and just kind of like gush about it. It's the endorphins. It feels so good. Feels so good. Never Meant to Belong. Thank you, Funky Student. You are amazing for that one. I appreciate you. 1,000 Year Blood War. Woo! Here we are, man. Fam, here we are. Here we
Oh
go.
fuck!
It's a beautiful
I mean,
thing. It's a beautiful thing,
yeah,
brother.
I'm excited for this joint. I
So,
am very excited.
so I just literally before that I talked to uh, Bigfoot. And I was like, bro, have you seen it? He's like, no, I haven't seen it. I was like, bro, you should just watch it together. It's like there's only like 10 episodes, or I don't know how many are out for the English or whatever the hell, but it's like
I
they're all,
think by next week, it'll next like because I think they come out on Friday. Next
yeah.
Friday, it should be completely caught up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we need to jump on that bad boy. So we're gonna definitely jump on that bad boy. So these are the things that I do know about the Thousand Year Blood War, which I am, it just so excited, so excited. Let me tell you, I know that we're dealing with Quincy's. Quincy's, am I correct on that one, guys? Quincy's. Some Quincy's are
Yeah,
back.
from what I know, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is when.
Uh,
Oh yeah, actually, hit me up. I got you.
Cool.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, it's about Quincy's. We haven't seen these bad boys in a minute. I feel like we're about to look. Hey, bro. From what I understood with the story of the what happened with the Quincy's and the Soul Reapers, the Quincy's wanted to destroy all the souls, right? That's what their whole deal was. But when he did that, it caused an imbalance to I guess the Soul Society and the world of the living. Am I correct? Because
I believe so. Yes, like
he-
that's
yeah.
part of the reason. Like
Yeah.
they weren't supposed. Mayuri went too far, but it was like also like they were like trying to like doing that because of that reason.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah, and I guess whatever that was, I guess what caused a lot of the problems between them, and then obviously with Mayuri, experimenting on all of them doesn't really help the situation at all. What I'm guessing is, just like Uryu, there's more Quincy's out there. They probably got more powerful, hibernating or whatever the fuck they've been doing. I don't know where they've been at, but I saw a couple of them in that. I saw a couple of them in the trailer I saw.
trailer?
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and yeah, it might be a whole thing between the Quincy's and the Soul Reapers. I mean, it would make sense, right? I mean, that's what I would say. My only question is if that is the case, if it's a war between the Reapers and the Quincy's, where does Uryu and Ichigo come in the whole situation? Because those guys are best friends. They like each other a lot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see that sort of dynamic going forward. Like who does Ryu side? I'll be very curious to see
Yeah,
how
bro.
he.
Like, what's going on? Like, what about to happen? Like, this is we're talking about some folks that are that as far as who they are, they're supposed to hate each other, but they're friends now, bro. They fucking they went to battle together and shit,
Like
protect each
Uryu
other.
tries to bullshit with the fucking like technicalities of like he's working with substitute
Soul Reapers.
Reaper.
Oh, it's great. I love
I
it,
was
bro.
like,
It's one of my favorite things ever. Like I love Uryu, man. I love Uryu and Ichigo's friendship. It's because it's one of those situations where you don't expect it, but when they are together and you see them have each other's backs in moments of if it was the other, I mean, it's amazing. Like for example, that fight between Ulquihora and Ichigo.
Ichigo.
Dude, Uryu was right there.
You
He
know,
was-
he was down. He was
Yeah.
down.
He was
went.
down.
He got Yami distracted. He took Yami out the equation and he brought him down and shit like that.
That was the boy. I like what you said. He's the friendship version of Romeo and Juliet.
Basically.
That's a really good one there,
They're not
Axel.
supposed to be friends.
But hey, man, that's dumb. You're supposed to be friends with whoever you can be friends with. But yeah, I wonder how that's gonna work out. It's one of my more curious things. Another thing I am very very stoked for is obviously the enhanced animation that we're gonna see.
Oh God.
I know, definitely, dude. I saw that trailer, but I was like, man, my eyes feel great. This shit looks.
I remember-
Even Bleach's old animation looked pretty good, to be honest, even by today's standards.
But dude, this shit we're about to see is ridiculous.
So like some of the there was some great animation even back in the day and shit, and then it just got better and progressively better till we got some of the greatest animation by the end of it and shit. Especially well, you ain't seen this one because it's a filler thing, but I'm like it's one of the best animation things they ever did. It's unfortunate it was in a filler thing, but it was like they've done some great shit at the time, and so I only know that it's gonna elevate from here, you know, like, which is insane to think about.
Yeah. Damn, man. I'm stoked. I'm stupid stoked. Any predictions that I have for TYBW? More cleavage. Tons and tons of cleavage. I bet we're gonna see so
Uh,
much cleavage our eyes are gonna water. That is my biggest prediction. I'm sorry. Like I'm being honest. Like, come on. This show is just like was ridiculous
yeah.
with that shit.
See, predictions. I ain't really got much. I got things I love to see. Like something we never really got to see was old man Yamamoto going 100.
Yeah.
Because I don't think we, because even when
Never
in the fight
needed
against Aizen, the motherfucker never used his
Never
Bankai.
needed to.
Like he did exactly. That's how fucking insane this motherfucker is. So I'm just like, I'd
Oh
love to see
yeah.
that.
I have not seen
I'd
that.
love,
You're right. We have not seen that happen.
I
I'm
love like Aizen had to make an entire fucking specific Iran card that was only meant to fucking keep Yamamoto out of the fight.
Oh yeah, what's the name again? I forget.
Wonder Wise,
Wonder Wise.
Wonder
That
Wise was
motherfucker.
purely made for Yamamoto. He was like, I made something specifically to keep you the fuck away from me.
Jesus.
And like, I'd love to see. I don't know if they'll actually do it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I have no fucking clue. But it would be insane if
I'm gonna.
Kenpachi,
Can we get his Bankai?
if it just as Shika, I'd be happy with
Oh
just
yeah,
as fucking Shika
yeah,
if he
that'd be
released
sick.
the sword.
If you at least show us something, dude. That
I'm
is
just
sick. That is sick. Well, shit. You boys have anything else to say? Because I gotta figure out this last. Dude, I have tried to upload Last of Us like 7 times today, and I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm literally losing my mind. Officially losing my mind. I'm gonna try to figure this out after I like lay down for like 2 seconds. But like, is there
Yeah.
anything else y'all want to say?
Nah,
No,
I'm
I'm good.
ex-
Hit me up when you guys are about to do that watch party for.
Yeah, I
Thousand Year.
will. I will let you up. And if you guys,
I'm excited.
yeah, man, hey, if y'all want to watch, we'll just check out the Patreon, bro. Come on through, man. We doing it up there. How do I rank Wander Rice as an Espada? I don't know, man. I really don't know on that one.
Is Wonder Wise an Espada?
How would you rank him?
It's hard because it's like I said, he was made specifically for one captain.
So yeah, bro.
So if you rank him by the captain that he was like made to stop, then you put him at the forefront of the Espada.
Shit.
Like-
What up, Bjorn? We're about to leave, buddy. I'm sorry that you came through late, but nah, I feels you. It's like, wait, I don't know, bro. He can't be 0 because Yami's 0.
It's like
He's like
that's actually hard.
he's like he's like a -2 or some shit.
Yeah,
We'll give
I'd say that.
we'll give him a
It's like a
negative.
negative.
We'll give him a negative. All right, then, y'all. Well, hey, thank you all for watching, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to try to get Last of Us up here. I've been losing my mind about it, but I hope it works out now. We'll see. But, hey, y'all, thank you guys. 1,000 Year Blood War. I'll probably get that started as soon as I can. It will probably go straight to YouTube. I know it's all wonky. Right now, I'm trying to do like 5 days a week of putting up Bleach up there so we can catch Bleach up on YouTube. And then you know, 1,000 Year Blood War will just go along with it, and then yeah, we'll go on to the next anime after that. Who the fuck knows where we're gonna watch? I've been told by Kara, she does all the art for the channel. She's like, Nahid, watch, what's that? It just came out. I forget what it's called again. God damn it, what's his name? His name is Spike is in it. Oh my god, what the fuck
Like
is his
who's
name?
in it? Trigun?
Trigun, yeah, dude, you're so good. Yeah, she told me to go watch Trigun because the new Trigun. She
Right,
thought it was
right.
pretty badass.
Yeah. I know Carla. She loves Trigun, so like I figured.
She was just like, yeah, the new Trigun is really sick. So I might check that out. Who knows, man? We'll see. We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Or check out Yu Yu Hakusho. Who the fuck knows? Is that Jeremiah in here? Jeremiah, if you have something to say, go for it. Jeremiah, you say something or you forever hold your peace. Oh, he's gone.
Well, there
Axel,
you go.
all right, Axel, Bjorn got in here too last minute. Hey guys, by the way, whenever I do these, you know, just you guys can come into the Discord and chat about it so we can all have a nice, fruitful discussion together. All right, y'all, I'm out. I love you guys. Please take care of yourself, your families. We'll see you on the next one, and peace.
Yep, later.
Later, dudes.